Alright. Somehow, someway, this... There we go. Maybe that'll work now. Yes. Come on, why are you being such a turd, monster? And here's hoping this works. If not, well, oops. And I'm also hoping that the AC is not too loud. Okay. Continue. Ah, yes. Character screen loading, all this other jazz. Fun stuff. Somehow, some way, I will figure out a better, easier way to set this whole thing up. But right now, excuse me. Uh-oh. Why is it taking forever to load? Don't break on me, man. Okay. Blue! No, that's right.
Certainly.
That's the thing. Oh no! I went to go to town so that I could, like, rest, and now everybody's dead. That's never good.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
No, I'm far from pleased, man. This sucks. Am I reconsidering Lawrence offer? Okay. The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy.
Widewind?
Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
A what?
An
What are you talking
infant
about, man?
born without a soul, of course. Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village.
What? Don't mind me opening the bag. Apparently the bag's gonna take forever to open. Awkward. Okay.
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
Dude, I'm brand new, so step off.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radrick's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
How the hell do these people know that the kids are being born without souls? I mean, are they all just stillbirths? Is that what this is? Oh, okay. I'm sitting here thinking, isn't the soul kind of like a esoteric, amorphous type of bullshit? Apparently not in this world. Okay. You know, my first option here being I'd like to report a murder. I have a feeling, considering the tree full of dead people, they're not going to give a fuck. Also, if I tell them that I've been feeling strange, they might just string me up on that tree, so let's keep that to myself. How about that tree over there? Ah, yes. Not everyone has accepted the measures necessary to keep the village safe. Ever since Lord Raderick banished the mothers of Hollowborn, some have taken up arms against him, and while he's been searching for a cure, he's been beset with frauds and opportunists. We've had ciphers, wizards, and animancers come through town, taking the Lord's coin and promising to end the curse. Lord Raderick finally decided to make an example of those who would profit from our tragedy. He points to the body of a dwarven woman. The latest was an animancer from the Valian Republics who claimed to know techniques none of us has seen. By now, we've seen it all. Okay, let's try the strange ceremony. Before I got here, I saw past several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Angwithian runes is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. The Wrath have mercy, we certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a bivouac. You know, maybe so. Like I said, it's best to stay away from those sorts of places. Yeah, that's good enough for me. You said something about Hollowborn and Wadewind's legacy? I forgot that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Direwwood for almost 15 years now. Children born without souls. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Wadewind's Legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. I see. Oh no, I'm gonna be stuck actually saying it. Okay, I'd like to report a murder. As is your duty, what happened? What was happened? Okay, that's awkward. A man called Nonton has killed his friend, Pearly, on the wilds. A cruel and cowardly deed, if indeed it occurred at all. What evidence do you have? I will go find some. These are not accusations to make lightly. Oh, balls. I'm gonna have to tell him I've been feeling strange.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that. Keep out of...
Listen!
Somebody's been born.
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
Uh-oh.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
I don't like that.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Barath must be redoubled. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messenger arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps. That is not your concern. Don't threaten me, little man. It's no threat, only a warning. Lord Radric will tolerate no threats to his kin or those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn or stable, for all I care. Find me afterwards. I'm on the moor soon enough. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're an asshole. Well, at least I'm not tired. Let's talk to the archer. Oh. What about the sellsword? I don't want to talk to Urgent anymore. He's kind of a dick, so we're just gonna find out where the... Totally gathering a bunch of shit. Ha! What's this guy gonna say? What if it's not the baby? Maybe Kos managed to... Poor Afra, so worried about her child. I don't blame her. Heard they fended off another attack on Lord Radric's keep.
At once.
Scattered between the roots are braces of twine, wilting flowers and notes and hat for every thing. Who's this guy?
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Strange way to talk about your dead. Half the town's up there now. Seems like no right way to talk about it. Or someone who can help me feel better. My condolences. Well, if his heir died, then that's probably why. Who's this guy? Afra. A dire wooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace humming a quiet tune to herself or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Hail, traveler.
Well, finally, I was starting to think the woman makes a startled noise once she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? I just arrived. I thought to get to know the locals because that's awkward RPG talk. Are you with one of the caravans? Master Odemas by chance? Oh, fuck. I was, yes. I'm afraid. Why do you ask? My sister, Kaliska. Oh, damn it. Traveling with one of the caravans. She sent a letter before she came, said she was going to pay her way by working as a guard for the caravan master. She was always a tough one. I don't suppose you've seen her on the road or the caravan. Perhaps it's Master Adema's. Caravan was attacked and we escaped, but Kaliska was caught in a bivouac. Yeah. Covers her mouth with a hand, eyes highlighted in horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasp. Please don't go in labor. Please don't go in labor. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaliska was always so certain. She could take on any danger. For us sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. Only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I'm gonna guess that she sent for her sister because she's very pregnant and all these babies are being born with no souls. No, I'm not gonna be mean. Is there anything I can do? Kaliska mentioned she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. We're dabbing her nose. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kaliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my Hathor gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hope Kaliska could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollowborn, but she moved south to Anslog Compass 2 seasons ago. Journeying's too far for me. I can't make it as it is. Make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else now with Kaliska gone. Please, can you help me? Nope, I will find her. Yep. You will? Oh, gods bless you. Here, I'll give you a coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of. Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Ansel Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. If you'll have to cross the wilds to get there, that's what keeps me from trying it myself. Thank you again. Truly, you'll be saving us both. Okay, but is this timed? Because that'll be interesting. Okay, it gave me a date and an hour, but I don't know if that actually means that... Do you know if any of these quests are timed? Honey? Do you know if any of these quests are timed? I only ask because I just got the one for Kaliska's sister, and she's pregnant. So you have to get the draught for her from somebody down south.
There are a couple of points at which, once you proceed past it in plot, in the main quest, you can go back. They're pretty obvious.
Okay.
I'll find specific ones for you. But for now, you're in no danger, and it's not actual time.
Okay, it's not actually time. Well, I'm just sitting here going, she's pregnant. I'm not gonna steal from her. Okay. Sworn dog-eared book is titled Travels Upon the Sea. It's etched illustration of fine. Then yeah, let's not steal. There we go. Another attack on Lord Raiders Keep. Oh yeah, sure. Poison the ale. Go, go, go. Blueberry gets into the inn first. Of course she does. These bones are covered in tiny bite marks. Oh boy. Jason, Jason, he's out. He's up. Sound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail still wagging. I'll pet the puppy. Vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Ooh, step back. I really don't feel like soul reading somebody right now. Just in case that could be a bad thing. Low thickness. Seem to place some people. Okay. Well, it's not stealing. So I'll take it. Let's see here. Wow, this is like novella. Okay, I'll read this later, and I'll put it. Can I put it in here for now? Yes, I can. Awesome. In the stash. What did it do? There it is. Okay. Crammed behind the books is a drawing that shows the ethos of Lord Raedric and a compartment. Whoa! Interesting. I'm not gonna pick the lock. That's downstairs. Who's this guy? Caruser. Says the woman from Thane. Hey, we said we wouldn't mention Thane. Cute. I could go downstairs. Desk locked and eject. Aha. Step back. Shanks. Okay, I'm gonna guess that I could probably read these people's souls, but until I find somebody who can fix that or do something, let's not read souls, just in case they burn me as a witch. I don't want to be burned as a witch, come on. There's no fun in that. Step back. Drunkard Village. Oh, what's this? Scroll of... Sure.
Hello.
And welcome to the... Oh, it's you. Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Oh, that's right. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. So what would you like? What's in the Black Hound? Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We get a lot of new faces in here too, fewer than we used to, I'll admit. Tenfrith, the big draw. I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. I used to work the tables actually until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him, even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs pining after him, poor old girl. Aww. Place ended up in my hands somehow. Very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? Do you know anybody looking for work? Well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have a certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone I'd be happy to send them your way. Let's see what I have to work with. A level 1 adventurer. I'm gonna guess that means I don't have enough money anyway. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. The bonuses they provide last for a long time. Okay. I don't have enough money for that. Stores that allow you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory. Okay, I guess. What if I grab something from my stash? I'm totally gonna sell a bunch of my stuff, but I have a feeling that she's not gonna take all my weapons and armor and stuff. What's this? Rice. Meat. Poultry. Oh, she's not gonna buy any of this crap anyway. And okay, there's nobody to hire. Alright, well I guess I'll just leave the beaver right now, but hey, I just gained some XP. Awesome. Oh, fucking Christ. Okay, so I can go really fast or really slow. I'm gonna go with swift aim. Oh, hey, there he is. Oh, it's you, my savior. He makes a sweeping gesture. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. Savory pie. Oh, yeah. May it serve you well in your travels. Awesome. Spoons hang by the fire, coated in brownish gunk. Ooh, yum. I'm not gonna steal from you. I'm not playing that type of character. Well, I guess for right now, at least I know where the inn is. That's going back out. Oh. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first speaker raises his hand for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggests an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
I'm not gonna say anything just yet. Other man glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. You've got a lot of gall mocking us in our own village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially not adherents.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Oh boy.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Okay.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarreled.
Okay, does he have like a something riding him?
That's where you're wrong.
Wouldn't you be rather inside drinking than out here arguing? You don't want your charity either, foreigner. Of course not. Sounds especially like you're defending him. Oh boy. Okay, Blue. Get him.
Yeah.
That's for my friends.
Oops, I turned him into meat. At the last of the attackers fall, the elf turns to you, attention almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation. Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with dirt. Many months of travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
That's something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire. And both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some
In Gwithan Ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious. What exactly did you find there?
He's a wizard, so I'm probably gonna need his help. Several hooded figures operating a strange machine. Aloth goggles at you. Silently, apparently assessing your earnestness. Finally, he gives you a clipped, awkward laugh.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments.
How did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
Tell that one man to go fuck his sister. Ah, that. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me, happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard it too, bud. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes, and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. Just what are you doing in the Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
And you? Been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls. Yeah, that looks good.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. And he has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
Now it's at the gnarled old tree in the center of town with all the dead bodies. His darting glance takes in the tumbled-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere, you think? You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Oh, I'm gonna go. I should go.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Sure. Let's go.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Wow. Blueberry hit those guys so hard they turned into meat.
I'm here. Certainly.
Lots of cows. grain in there, Trumbull. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. Muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards comes through that door, gets shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Swainer. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away from there now, lads. We'll be back, Trumbull. And we'll have fair prices, or by the flame we'll have a reckoning. Against the grain. That's cute. An elven man stands before you. His relatively stocky build suggests the life of labor. His face is pale and drawn, and his eyes are wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. Miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. I'm not here to hurt anyone. Miller hesitates and lowers the club. Wait, I know you. You just came into the town, right? Don't tell me Swainer's already got his claws into you. Gods, that's all I need. Let's see. Who's Swainer? The dwarf, the one standing out there spreading lies among the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades and he hasn't gotten any kinder with time. Who are you? Is Swainer roping foreigners into his little crusade now? My name is Janelle Carmadrake. I've only just arrived in Gilded Vale. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale's had all its shine scraped off, just a big dung heap now, and Swainer thinks he's king of it. They're all of them. Mad. What was the ruckus outside? Where to begin? Swainer's whipped him up into a froth going on about the grain stores. Claims I've hidden them away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale. Swainer and his lot sure don't mind that part. Take a look at the fields on the way into town. Those crops are bladed. And most of what I'm getting from the farmers, Trumbull gestures to the sacks and containers, it's gone off, rotted through. Can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Swainer's howling after things he has no right to. Maybe I should talk to Swainer. Or clean story for a messy situation. Swainer. Okay, the miller all but sags with relief. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time of it, and we'll have to make some sacrifices. We'll be in your debt if you can convince him. And FYI, I'm paraphrasing some things, and not everything I say is what's on the screen. A rancid stench from the grain. It's mushy and malted with green. Back outside. Find out where this goes. Oh, here's Nanton. Who's Ingrod? This man and woman appear to have been in deep in conversation working at closing two bulging sacks. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Hail and well met.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this woman, Nanton? Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned her about the bear. He inclines his head, glad to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two are in good spirits for people who just lost a friend. That's unkind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband in my fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Gilded Vale before this happened. Oh boy. I'm relieved to be rid of this terrible place, that's all. It's cost me the greatest part of my life, and now my husband and I'm glad to be free of it. Yes, I imagine so. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and, well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Time for some new scenery. I know what really happened in the bear cave, Nantan. Color drains from Nantan's face. I don't really mean I told the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? This is about the accident. We're both grieving Paraly's loss, but it's a wild animal's doing. What would make you suggest such a thing? I'm not going to talk about Vision. Why'd you do it? He was your friend. And his expression darkens. My friend? He was a cruel enough man to his friends. You didn't know him. You wouldn't defend him if you did. Nantan, wait. I don't know what you saw in the cave, but this isn't what you think. Pearly, my husband, he was as much as a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. Nantan, we met, and I knew I'd find somebody special. Someone kind who cared for me. Please, all we want to do is leave this place to start somewhere else. Ooh, we have some coins saved up. You could have it if you'll only let us go. No, whatever your reasons, you caused a man's death. I'm taking this to the magistrate. You could attack them, keep the money, use it to start your new life. I don't need your coin. Go, get out of my sight. And sounds fair enough. Hand it over. Yeah, I think the semi-noble brat is gonna go with that. I don't know what you think you'd tell the magistrate, a story about a dream you had. You don't know that part. I didn't say anything. But you won't take this from us, not when we're so close, and not for that wretched Pearly. He draws his blade. Oh boy.
I'm here. Stand together!
Nice switch. There we go. Oh, I think I'm hurt. Or not. There's a bottle of sunrays half empty. Alright, well. Whoops.
I'm here.
You get a stronghold? Cool. A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted in pain. Have a care if you mean to go in. This place is not so empty as I thought. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best, times being as they are. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking, not one of the faithful either, just wanted to do some good, I suppose, got my arm clawed up for it. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? These ruins around us, there used to be a temple of Yothos. The scattered god, a grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over Darwood, from mid-Sierras even. Till the war, of course. Even then you'd get some of the stubborn ones. The ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Lord Raedric allowed them to worship? Lord Raedric would clear out the place from time to time, make a rest. It wasn't until the legacy that he started losing patience. He set his guards in to put the priests to the sword, bring the place down, burn some of the books, and that was that. What's this legacy? The cause of the corpses in that tree, for starters. That's putting it might simply, but yes, indirectly. Saint Widewind's legacy, the man that housed the scattered god at time. Lord Raedric fought in that one. When they brought the god down, we had a celebration here in town. I thought things would never be better. It started sometime after that, the disease or whatever it is, children being born without the stuff that makes them truly alive, just empty shells and their mothers screaming and crying. It's destroyed us, Gilded Vale, I mean. The thinking is that Widewind's having a last laugh strikes me as a little petty even for a dead god, but Lord Raedric believes that's all that matters. Get to the point. Go on. So legacy started. Lord Raedric decided he'd been too lenient on the Yothsians. Yeah. He had his people go in and put them to the sword, left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Raedric hoped that if we rededicated the temple to a living god, then we'd be forgiven and legacy would end, see? But until then... the temple is as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that. Chop down their god's house. It doesn't sit right with me. Honey. You can get down there, find the remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. It's no small task, there's coin in it for you if you need motivating. Yeah. Pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. Take it you weren't supposed to be here in here. Well, I meant to be in and out, nice and quick. I'm not hurting anyone. It's just Lord Raedric's forbidden anyone having anything to do with the scattered god. It'd be a little harder to explain that. It's a good cause, though, isn't it? And you can make some coin in the process. You want me to bring you some skeletons? I'd bury them where they are if I could. I know it's a little macabre, but if we don't get them out now, Raedric's liable to destroy whatever's left of them. Alright, I'll find them. Alright, well they're long dead. What does it matter where they're buried? It's about respect, isn't it? About deserving to be remembered, not just tossed under a pile of rock and forgotten. I'll find them. Then by the flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they're anywhere. This priest had all kind of secret chambers, switches in the walls, tricks, sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out. Take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout, maybe try to patch myself up some. Okay.
I'd be glad to.
Nice and quiet.
Let's save, because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Let's have it!
It's alright, it happens.
Let's have it out! These ones are in for a walloping! These ones are in for a walloping! Let's have it out!
Okay, why couldn't I actually attack it? I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm here.
Who's this guy? This parchment is worn and tattered, the ink upon it faded, and this time of hardship must... Okay. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. We make a script out of huge patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor. Retrix Abrika says, Demption for even these. Forgot. Struck the largest bell first rather than the second. The rest is illegible. Hit the second bell first. Okay. Whenever I get to something about a bell. Camp supplies. I like camp supplies. That was good.
I'm here. Quietly now. Stand together! Stand together!
look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, featured rendered, broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else. Your mind is sailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You're in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says. But the Redtrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you through all these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark between your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. Spirit tears itself from you with sudden dizzying force, and you find yourself back in the ruined altar swaying. Spirit fades suddenly as appeared. Lilith looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seem lost just now. This happens a lot. You'll have to get used to it. That's good to know, but I don't suppose you could tell me what was that about. I'm not really sure. It's recently started happening. At the risk of sounding patronizing, you should probably have that examined. It's a shame that the Lord Redrix hanged half the gilded veil. The Valendorf might have known something about your condition. That she might have. The face of the statue has had most of its features struck off with along with portions of its hands.
Stand together! I'm here.
Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. It's a lot of words. Ooh. Scroll of Jolting Touch. Poems. What if scrolls are one use? Can anybody learn magic? And any class learn magic? Or are scrolls only for magic users? Can anybody learn magic, or are scrolls for only magic users?
I believe the number of classes can use scrolls are primarily ones.
And are they one-use items?
Yes.
Okay.
You can get spell books for mages that you kill and use those.
Well, I've got a couple of scrolls that I've picked up here and there, but I think that this wizard just seems to be using his, like, an item.
Yeah, just using it as scepter to attack.
Yeah. Do they do spells on their own, or what? Oh. But where do I find his spells? Ah, okay. I think I found them. And these are the ones he knows?
Those are the ones he has memorized currently. These are the ones
He knows.
So you can actually probably, if you go to 2, you should be able to drag. Yeah, you should be able to drag it over. No, that's good. Yeah, no, very good.
Okay. So...
So you've got 5 first level spells, but you only have 4 ready at a time.
Okay, but then how does he cast them during combat?
In combat, there's a click on his portrait.
How may I help?
You can see how there you are, first level spells.
Oh, okay. Huh, okay.
I'm here. At once.
To his grace, I write to implore, but the rest of the letter is crossed out several places and abandoned. His prayer scrolls are coated in a thick layer of grime and dust. Do you want to pick the lock? Yes.
The work of a moment. How may I help? Indeed.
Vermin have scoured the plates, the mold still grows.
I'm here. Yes?
Can't go that way.
I feel off.
Oops. Ooh. What did I just do? That sounds about right.
I'm here. I'd be glad to.
3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along the walls. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There's one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Examine the bells. These bells fit fully intact. They are made of thick iron and look heavy. They don't appear to be much out of... Look at the note again. Construct the large spell first rather than this, then second. Oh boy, that's gonna suck. Nice, I can quick save. Go away, stupid bug. I don't even know what it is. I guess remove the sword. Tone echoes merrily to the house until it seems to does the chirping notes. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to wait.
Lava will be on seek! I shall deal with this one.
I'm here. I'm here.
I feel off.
I'd be glad to.
Haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers near the outline, what appears to be a dwarf shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. Stronger than sight is the sense within you of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with a grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. A crashing wave, the energy surges towards and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late again. The right's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky and last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes and not the last. The light fades, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. Oh, okay. Power for older of spices rises from one of the dishes. Vibrant dyes, grain seeds. Guess we'll have to try that again. Ha! You know, just for the heck of it, we're gonna rest. 'Cause I don't like how he's getting yellow. Oh boy, sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of a gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side as you look at her. She looms larger and larger in your mind until she's mere inches from your face. Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to her spirit, aren't I? Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open and they are empty. And behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts. With a gust of rancid air she speaks a word, Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with the new queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she's truly dead. I'm pretty sure she really is dead. Like, dead.
I'm here.
But... Oh, what's that? Oh. Fun.
Yes?
Okay, why am I not attacking it?
I'm here.
Okay. Oh, what's that? Soul energy. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I hope
Certainly.
it does something fun.
I'm here.
I'm really bad at this trap stuff.
I'll have it in no time.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute.
The work of a moment.
It's a big sword.
I'm here.
Curses!
Oh, I'm guessing friendly fire is a thing. What if I do this one instead?
Lavaru beyond seek!
Stand together!
Yes?
Nice and quiet. How may I help?
Let's have it up!
Lavaru beyond...
Dang it, why does the stupid slow-mo keep doing that?
I'm here.
Okay, I have no idea where to go next. I'm actually getting pretty tired. Probably should have thought about that before doing a dungeon crawl, but it is what it is. So I'm going to save here, and then we will continue our Interpret adventures at another time. Good night, folks.